Hi, my name is Rodrigo Marangon. I am actually the regional director of Rockwell Automation in Brazil. I have been working with Rockwell for 13 years. I am responsible to drive growth in Brazil, to drive incremental revenue for the country. But at the same time, we need to manage expenses. We usually take a look on expenses mainly more in the travel arena. In this case, we start to take a look in the office arena. And when I start to take a look in the baselines for the normal reports from finance, we find some interesting numbers, mainly in the postage line. I start to make some questions. And at this moment, I didn't have the right answers. I asked to see the invoices. And in these invoices, the invoices were very high level. We did some samples and we didn't have the right answers and logic for that sample. So that was the moment that I thought something is going on here and I need to escalate that.
Rodrigo did a good job reviewing expenses. He not only reviewed his own cost center, but he reviewed all the costs for all of Brazil. By doing so, he was able to identify unusual expenses relating to postal services that he wouldn't identified had he only looked at his own cost center. When we receive invoices here at Rockwell, we should always remain diligent and understand what the invoice is for, who we're paying, and if it makes sense. And if it doesn't, ask questions.
Having some professional skepticism, asking questions, and not being satisfied unless you get good answers. In this particular case in Brazil, we had a vendor that was cheating us, and they were very clever in the way that they did it. Fraud is not easy to detect. This cost the company a lot of money, which obviously is something that we want to avoid. And the way it was uncovered was by Rodrigo asking the right questions. He looked at invoices through a different lens that allowed him to see some suspicious behavior.
I engaged the Ombudsman office because, in my perspective, this is a very important channel inside Rockwell where we can have a neutral approach, meaning that we can have someone from outside taking a look without judgment, without knowing the local people, so a very neutral approach.
Rodrigo, particularly in the events that led up to why he is receiving this award, demonstrated the values and actions that we want to see in every leader with integrity.
Rodrigo demonstrated leadership by continuing to run the business, but remaining persistent on finding a resolution to this matter. And he showed courage by coming forward and bringing this matter to the Office of the Ombuds.
To be here today, it's a completely honor and pleasure. I'm very proud to be part of this company, and means that we have a huge competitive advantage in the market as well.
Let's all gather together and applaud Rodrigo for his demonstrated integrity and use it as an example that we can all follow in our own business life here at Rockwell.
Rodrigo is courageous, diligent, and ethical.
Tem uma coisa que eu costumo compartilhar com o meu time no Brasil, um ditado que a única constante nessa vida é a mudança. Mas há uma coisa que não muda, uma coisa que nunca sai fora de moda, a integridade.